Hello and welcome to Creatively Colorberries. My name is Joann and I am welcoming you to my crafty corner of the YouTube universe. On this channel, you will see sewing and knitting and jewelry making and any other crafty ideas I get up to. So first, I'd like to thank everyone who is viewing my content. So since my last video, more than 100 people have subscribed to my channel. Now, I find that very exciting because that means that you are interested in what I have to say. And so not only have people viewed, but they have also, like I said, subscribed, they have liked, and they have commented. And that is wonderful. So thank you to everyone who has done that. So if this is your first time to my channel, welcome, and I hope that you will consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. So on this video today, I am doing a little bit of everything. I have a couple of completed makes. I have a small pattern haul. I have a loose plan. So I hope that you will hear or see something that will motivate you to consider trying one of these patterns or leaving a comment about something that I am attempting to try that maybe you have already completed. So here we go. So the first thing that I want to talk about today is the top that I am wearing. Now this fabric you have seen in a shirt that I made for my husband and a dress that I made for myself. So there was enough of it left where I could make this blouse. So this is Simplicity 9133, and this is just a top. You can make it, I spoke about this in my last video, but you can make it with or without sleeve, with or without sleeve, with a scoop neck, square neck, or V-neck. So mine is the scoop neck, which is, I like the way that looks. And I made it out of an Ankara fabric, like I said, that I've had in my stash, and I made several garments out of it, and this is what's left. And there's still a small piece left, and I have spoken about those little pouches that I make, and there's enough there to make a pouch. So this is a very simple top. The pattern comes in sizes 8 to 24, where the size 8 is has a bust of 36, and the size 24 has a bust of 50½ inches. And it is real simple. It is, you know, a front, a back, and a facing. If you put on sleeve, of course, that's another piece. And yeah, I mean, it's very simple. You can make it in no time. It's perfect pattern for someone who is learning how to sew. The fabrics that are suggested are cotton, cotton blends, lightweight, pique, silks, silky type, charmeuse, challis, crepe. Really, any woven fabric is what is recommended, and one button. So I didn't put a button on mine. It is one piece on the front and 2 pieces on the back, but I just pull it over, and it goes on just fine. So there's not much to say about this, except, you know, you have 5 views, and you can make this, you can cut this and make this in one sitting. Perfect. So this was a simple make, and I hope that you'll give it a try. You know, you could even go so far as to extend the sleeve to make it long sleeve. You can make it sleeveless. Lots and lots of options out of a pattern this simple, and that is Simplicity 9133. In case I didn't show you, here are the line drawings. Okay, so that's my first completed make. My second completed make is something I've made before, and this is Simplicity 1021. It is described as men's nightshirt, pajamas. Well, actually, it's a whole ensemble in here, including nightshirt, short sleeve top, long pants, short pants, all the things, you know, for nightwear for men. So on my last video, I had made one set for my husband and one was cut on my sewing table. So I've completed that, and I made it out of this leftover fabric from my last project. And I like it because he likes to have pockets. So he has pockets in here. It has the elasticized waist. It has a fly front. So yeah, really neat make. This also is a quick make. It comes in sizes extra small to extra large, where the hip is, for the extra small, is 31 to 32.5 inches, and for the extra large, the hip is 47 to 49 inches. And the notions required are elastic for the waist, and you can put a snap or button on the fly. So really nice. Made for also woven fabric. So I brought cloth, chambray, cotton types. If it's a stable knit like an interlock, you can use that as well. So anyhow, this is also completed, and yeah, so now I can give it to him to wear. I finished it several days ago, but I didn't want to give it to him to wear before I, you know, presented it on YouTube. Okay, so now for my patterns. Now, Joann has had several sales. Butterick and Simplicity and McCall's and the other one. Anyhow, so for each one of those, I had something that I wanted to pick up. Now, some of these patterns, I've already selected fabrics that I want to use to make these patterns. But most of them, I haven't selected the fabric yet. I tend to buy more patterns than fabric, because even though I wasn't sewing, even before I was sewing clothes, I was buying fabric to make clothes. I didn't know how to make clothes, but I was buying fabric to make clothes. And I bought some patterns too. As I said in a previous video, I wasn't successful making those patterns because I didn't realize that when you bought something that said it would fit you, does not necessarily mean it's going to fit you. You have to adjust the pattern. And I didn't have those skills. So I have those skills now. And so, yay, I get to use my fabric that I've had in my stash for years. I used to go to the fabric store to buy fabric to make things for the home. And I would see fabrics that I wanted to make clothing out of, and I would buy it, and just on the hope that one day I'd have the opportunity to sew clothes. And so that opportunity has presented itself. I am still learning. I have so much to learn, but I am learning, and I am putting into practice everything that I'm learning. So let's start with the Butterick. Butterick B6684. 6684, and it's a Mrs. Top. There are 4 views, and doesn't have the bust size on here. It goes by your finished garment width and back length from base of neck. Anyhow, it goes from sizes 6 to 22, but it doesn't say anything about the bust. Anyhow, they're pretty. You know, it's a short sleeve top that has a pussy bow, and you can either make it with a cap sleeve, a flutter sleeve, or a just a regular sleeve. But I love it. I think it's beautiful, in my opinion. So I've chosen a piece of fabric that out of my stash that I think I want to make with this. It's this, and they're like abstract flowers. The background is like a sagey greenish gray, and the flowers are pastel-y blues and pinks and peaches and all those colors. Now, ordinarily someone would look at this and say, well, that doesn't look much like fall, but because of the background and the colors on it, it's appropriate for any type of season, in my opinion. And if you live somewhere where it's warm, this would work anyway. So I'm not sure. That's not the final decision. This is just the one that is most likely that I'm going to make my blouse out of. But I haven't made a final decision yet. But the pattern is described as easy, and I'm going to give it a go. I saw this made up by Karen Uter. I am a fan. I love everything she makes. And so she made this top, and I went out on the last Butterick pattern sale and purchased this pattern. So I'll keep you updated as to how this goes. Butterick 6684, the blouse with the pussy bow blouse. The other thing that so that was it for my Butterick purchases. Next comes Simplicity. So the last time Joann had a Simplicity sale, I bought several patterns, and I have chosen fabric for one of the projects. So the pattern is Simplicity 8907, which is described as Mrs. Jumpsuit Romper or dress in 2 lengths, and it has a belt. Here are the line drawings. So this pattern has fabric recommendations of batik, challis, chambray, cotton types, gauze, lightweight denim, lightweight linen, poplin, silky types, and notions are, of course, your thread, elastic for the waist, and 5 buttons that go down the front, and D-ring for the belt. The sizes are sizes 6 to 22, where the bust for the 6 is 36 and the hip is 37.5, and for the size 22, the bust is 49.5 inches and the hip is 52 inches. So I really like this. I'm not really a jumpsuit type person. I don't own any, but this one I find to be appealing, and I thought that I would give it a try. From all indications, I'm going to be making a size 14. Of course, I'll make a toile and make sure it fits first before I cut into my fabric. So speaking of fabric, I have chosen 2 possibles, one and both of which are Ankara fabrics. The first one is this one. I think it's beautiful, and because of its all over print, I think it would be appropriate for this. And the other one is also an all over print, and it looks more fall like. I think I love the colors, and it's this one. Both of these fabrics were were bought on my trip to visit my daughter in New York. And there's a fabric store that sells the most beautiful Ankara fabrics, and I wanted to take them all home, but my pocketbook wouldn't allow that, so I made some selections, and those are two of the pieces that I purchased from there. I think it's called African Fabric Boutique, but I'll put all the information in the description box below. So those are two fabrics that are being considered to make this jumpsuit, Simplicity 8907. If you've made this jumpsuit, please leave a comment. Let me know, how was the process of making it? Do you wear it? Is it comfortable? You know, all the details that you can provide would be welcomed. Thank you. So carrying on, oh, I'd missed the Butterick pattern. Okay, anyhow, so also from the last Butterick sale, I purchased Butterick 6816, which is described as a Mrs. Top. Okay, and here are the line drawings. Now, the reason I purchased this pattern was view A, right there. I like everything about the way that looks. I like the stand-up collar. I like the 3/4 sleeve with the notch in there. I like the fact that it's buttoned down, and I like the fact that it appears to be semi-fitted. So let's see. The fabrics are cotton blends, broadcloth, lightweight linen, crepe de chine, and crepes. And notions are buttons, and yeah, the view I'm interested in does not require elastic, although view B, which is this one, requires elastic. That's not the one I'm interested in. And yeah, so I'm going to give this a go. It says easy, but it looks like it involves some things. Like putting that collar on is going to require some attention, as well as the whole way you address the button part of the blouse. You know, I don't know if it's a placket or what have you, but I just love the way it looks, and it's definitely my style. So that is Butterick 6816. All right, back to Simplicity. So also in the last Simplicity sale, I picked up Simplicity 9274, which is this blouse. And it's described as Mrs. Top in 2 lengths. But it looks like it's more than just 2 lengths, because there are a variety of sleeves. You have the one with the gathered sleeve right there, which is the one I'm interested in. But it also has a very short sleeve, almost like a cap sleeve, and it also has a regular length sleeve. You know, so it has a cap sleeve or a short sleeve, and then there's the 3/4 sleeve with the pleats in it, which is the reason I purchased this. So the fabrics suggested are challis, chambray, cotton types, gauze, linen types, soft shirting, and it comes in sizes 6 to 24, where the 6 has a bust of 39.5 inches, and the 24 has a bust of 55 inches. So I'm going to give that a go, and I will let you know how I get along with that. Also, I bought a Simplicity 8601, which is described as Mrs. Pullover Top with sleeve variations. And I bought it for the striking top right there. I just love the way that looks. All the variations look good. It has one variation that has ties. So there's a tie on the sleeve. There's a tie, you know, you can tie the front. Then the other one has more like a flounce. So yeah, it says easy to sew, and it looks like it's easy to sew. There aren't many pieces, and you know, there definitely doesn't seem to be any short or small pieces. So that is always a good thing. The recommended fabrics are batik, challis, cotton types, crepe de chine, double door georgette, lightweight linen, seersucker, cotton types. So I'm putting this in my stash. I probably won't sew this for fall, but because it gets pretty cold where I live, but definitely put it in my stash for maybe next summer or spring. Also from Simplicity, I purchased Simplicity 9471. And for those of you who watch my channel, you know that I'm on a journey to learn how to make pants. Anyhow, I saw these and I think they look pretty cool. So here's the front of the envelope. And here's the line drawings. So these pants come in sizes 6 to 24, where the hip on the size 6 is 35.5 inches, and on the size 24 is 52.5 inches. And the recommended fabrics are chino, cotton blends, lightweight denim, linen blends, twill. In addition to your thread, you need a button and of course a zipper, because it appears to have a fly front. And yeah, and it looks like the back has elastic, which I'm not upset about that. So yeah, I'm putting this one in my stash. Currently I'm working on a pair of pants, Butterick pattern, and I finished the toile, and so now I've got the fit down, so I'm about to cut my real fabric to make those pants. So it seems to be simpler than this, but I liked this when I saw it and I thought I'd give it a chance. So I'm putting it in my stash, and of course I will keep you abreast of how that goes as well. Also from Simplicity, I purchased 8177, which is a Mimi G pattern. And here are the line drawings. So this is described as a women's pants, online coat or vest, and knit top. I purchased it for the vest. So I'm going to give this a go. This pattern comes in sizes 10 to 28W, and where the 10 has a bust of 32.5 inches and the 28W 50 inches. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go, and I'll let you know how that works out as well. So for the McCall's sale, I purchased 3 patterns. The first one is McCall's 7390, which is a Mrs. top, which is a semi-fitted pullover top. It has a neckband, and here are the line drawings. Offers a whole range of options in terms of how you can put this pattern together. So it comes in sizes 6 to 22, and I don't have any oh yes I do. So the bust on the 6 is 35.5 inches, and the 22 is 49.5 inches. This is not one that I'm going to make right now, but I'm eyeing some fabric in my stash, and I'll get going as soon as the weather gets warm again in the spring. This one I purchased maybe for me, maybe for my daughter, I'm not sure, but it is McCall 7900, and here's the front. This is described as a fitted Button front top with neck and front facings and length and sleeve variations. And here's the line drawings. This pattern comes in sizes 6 to 22, where the size 6 has a bust of 34.5 inches and size 22 has a bust of 48 inches. And the fabric recommendations are cotton blends, eyelet, poplin, or denim. Oops. And the last one is McCall's 6972. And here are the line drawings. And so this is described as men's shirt, shorts, and pants. And of course, I bought this from my husband. And it comes for men sizes small to extra large. And the excuse me, the fabric recommendations are broadcloth, seersucker, linen, and chambray. I already have a shirt pattern for him, but I like this one as well. So it was only $1.99, so I went ahead and picked it up. So that's all I have for you today. So those are my plans, my little fabric haul, my thoughts and ideas about things that I want to sew or consider sewing, not just now, but for the seasons coming, because the time is going by pretty quickly. And just look how quickly we went through summer. So, you know, pretty soon it'll be spring again. So I saw the opportunity to pick up those patterns that I liked. And so when spring comes, I will just pull them out and just start getting ready for next summer, God willing. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you again for stopping by my channel, for viewing the content. I thank you very much for taking time out of your day to come by and visit with me a while. I hope that you enjoyed what I had to offer today and that you will consider hitting the like button if you did, that you would subscribe, and if you choose to, leave a comment. I'm always excited to interact with people who have something positive to say or a suggestion, how I can go about maybe making something that they've already made or whatnot. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you are well and sewing lovely things and working through the challenges and achieving victories in your makes and wearing them with absolute pride and style. And so I leave you with the thought that I always leave you with, that I hope that you're being wonderfully creative, and I encourage you to believe in the beauty of your dreams. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.